Yeah, after about a minute,
Yeah, I see the error screen where it looks
yeah.
like it didn't stop so much as it like disconnected. Weird, but
Okay.
we should be live now.
Okay.
I do apologize
Hello.
about that. Hello. So we are playing. Is it called Fate Grand Order?
Yes, Fate Grand Order.
Perfect, and we are playing that with our new friend Nail Kaiser. Is it Kaiser?
Um, I usually go by Nail, but a lot of people call me Kaiser because of my Twitch tag. I haven't changed it yet.
Okay, okay, okay.
But yeah, either
Nail.
or is fine. Either or is fine. I thought Nail would be easier, but a lot of people just flock to Kaiser.
That's so valid. I mean, both names are really cool.
Thank you.
All right, then. So we were talking about this briefly before we actually started. You said this was a mobile game, correct?
Yes. It's a mobile game. It's actually been out in Japan. It's been out for 7 years, and here in the States, we actually have had it for about the past 5 years.
Oh wow, been out
Yeah,
for quite a while then.
yeah, it's been out for a good while, but and the Fate series has actually been around even longer because this is actually a spin-off of the main series, Fate Stay Night.
Okay, and I've
Yeah.
seen briefly on the internet pictures of this. So
Mhm.
it wasn't an anime first.
No, it was actually so the original story of Fate, it started with Fate Stay Night, and the idea is that there is a Holy Grail war,
Mm-hmm.
fought by, well, they say it's a war, but it's really fought by seven mages, and what they do is they summon heroic spirits to fight on their behalf, and the last person standing wins the Holy Grail, and they use the Holy Grail to get a wish of whatever they want. It started as a visual novel, then it became an anime. Then from there it just kind of, I wouldn't say it spiraled, but it had like a slow start. It got a couple of books,
Mm-hmm.
some shows, and it had a really big kickoff when they animated the prequel series Fate Zero. And from there, not long after that was when Fate Grand Order came out, where it's a spin-off where you play as you play as someone who joins this mage association called Chaldea,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly your base is attacked, and I think there was like a whole bunch of you that was supposed to be candidates to receive a servant so that you can actually, well, for lack of a better word, like maintain, like defend humanity for like whatever could be weirded out, but you become the only one left because everyone nearly dies, and it's
Oh.
up to you to figure out what had caused the who it was who caused it, because he
Mm-hmm.
goes you have to go back in time to collect the seven different holy grails to start to more or less fix history,
Oh,
because the
that's
holy
cool.
grail is a really powerful device that whoever has it can more or less do whatever they want, and you have to get them back because they're too dangerous, and
Yeah.
time will unravel if you don't do that, and the whole world will get, humanity will be incinerated. That's
Oh.
the big draw. Yeah.
Okay.
But the series has been, well, Grand Order has been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people divide it up into parts, part one and part two. What I pretty much described as part one. Part two is still ongoing right now, and with, I think there's a big convention this weekend. I think it's Anime NYC. They're gonna announce the next chapter of part two, which I think is chapter 7.
Ooh, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
We do love new chapters. I've
Oh
been
yeah.
told by chat that the anime has beautiful animations.
Yeah, it's been animated by a whole bunch of different studios. Production IG once animated one of the scenarios that happens in Fate Grand Order. It's been animated. The main series has been animated by UFO Table. Um, but yeah, there's even more spin-offs outside of Fate Grand Order. There's Apocrypha, where it's almost like a team deathmatch rather than just like every man for himself. There's a currently running manga called Fate Type Redline, where the main character somehow stumbles back in time and he has to fight the Holy Grail War by teaming up with his grandmother.
Oh,
And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
wow. That sounds really cool. I
It
don't have a
goes
whole
it,
lot.
it, it just goes on and on and on and on. People forget because Fate Grand Order with the mobile game, it became the most popular thing about Fate. But there is just so much of it. It's been around for a long time, so it's had a long. That's why a lot of people, when they hear the word Fate and they see the characters like Saber or Lancer, it's just like, I don't know where to begin because there's just so many points where you could start.
I have also been told by someone else before stream started that Lancers are always hot. Is this true?
That depends on your preferences. But what we can actually do is we can start if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
All right, and I can show off because the biggest draw to this game, to the series, are the characters.
Ooh, she's so pretty.
Yeah. So this is one of the writers that you can get. She was actually in the original Fate Stay Night as well.
Ooh, nice.
So there are actually let me go to the whole thing. So this is a mobile game. It's a gacha game where what you do is you play and you get the in-game currency and you can use that to summon your own heroic spirits and they can fight for you on your behalf. The idea in the original series is everyone gets one, but this is a mobile game and think of it less traditional and more like Pokemon, where you can get a whole bunch of them.
I see.
So
also, one moment. Hello, Bootleg
Yeah.
Bark. It's so great to see you. How are you doing today? And then, so you have all sorts of different characters, and so we love
do.
gacha games here. Genshin, we have
great.
Tower
Okay.
Fantasy. Perfect.
All right, I wasn't sure what how the gacha crowd would be, but you wanted to know about the Lancers because there are 7. Well, it started originally with 7 different classes, but now we more or less have closer to like 13. But they're basically Saber, Archer, Lancer, Rider, Caster, Assassin, Berserker, and the special classes. They added the special class because there are now I think 4 more after that. So.
Ooh.
But you want to know about the Lancers? I could show you some of the Lancers.
Yeah.
The big thing about it is the heroic spirits that you summon. They're usually people from famous historical figures that you can grab that can have fight for you. Like for example, we have who's a good one?
This is kind of giving me you know that Pokemon where it turns the Pokemon into like anime girls?
Oh, I think it's called Moemon.
I haven't seen it that much, but that's kind of giving me that vibe. Like we take people from history and we turn them into hot anime people.
Pokemon Conquest.
Pokemon Conquest?
Yeah, where it's like Oda Nobunaga has like a Cyndaquil or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what? Here's a perfect example. This right here is Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love that design.
And you can level them up, and they change their appearance. I mean, like a lot of gacha games kind of go with that model. But
Yeah.
again, I've been playing this game since launch, so a lot of my units are really beefed up. Like this is like this is Pravati.
Okay.
Yeah, but these are the Lancers. They might have been talking about Kuhu Lane. Whoever told you about the Lancers are hot.
Oh. Yeah.
And if it wasn't Kuhu Lane, it was probably Dyrmid.
Ah! Yes.
Yep. Okay.
He's absolutely a hottie. Who's the redhead? Hold up.
Which one? Oh, this one? You want to take a
guy.
guess? You want to take a wild guess?
I don't. History was not my strong suit.
Granted, it could be anybody in history, but do you know anyone who can use a spear? They call them lancers, but most of them are spearmen. But who uses a spear? I'll give you a hint. He and a handful of people took on an army, like a vast army.
Oh, I can pull it blankly in my mind, but I can't think of the name. Is it like Spartans
This
or
is
something?
This is Leonidas.
Ah, yes, nice. I love him.
Yeah.
His hair is fantastic.
It's funny because usually when in the anime, because he's in one of the anime as well. He usually just looks like this.
Ooh, I love that. That's giving really
Yeah.
Oh God, what's the hero's name?
Which hero?
It's from, I think it's from DC.
Oh, Dr. Fate?
Yes, it's giving very Dr.
Ah,
Fate's.
I can see it now. Yeah.
It's definitely giving that, but I love it. It's gorgeous.
Oh yes. But yeah, there's you get, and they just draw from anywhere. Knights of the Round Table are a popular choice. You see them a lot. Oh, but so I mentioned before that they have to go through various points in history in part one. And I caught a glimpse of your show last week, and you were watching Final Fantasy X, I think, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I remember you having very strong emotions towards one Kamari Ranso.
That's true. I did love Cat Daddy. Cat Daddy gave me a lot of feelings.
Let me show you.
Oh God, I'm ready to have my.
So what they like to do is take liberties with some characters. Here we have one Thomas Edison.
Edison. Thomas Edison.
Thomas
yes.
Edison.
I remember Thomas Edison being Cat Daddy.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's always been in history. It's my favorite part.
So in part one of Fate Grand Order, usually they have to go to different points in history, time travel, and they have to find who has the Holy Grail, because the history flows like normal until that person gets the Holy Grail, and then things just go sideways.
Okay.
And one of the chapters takes place in America, and Queen Maeve gets a hold of the Holy Grail and decides that, you know what, these British don't know what they're doing in America, so I'm gonna just take it over. And so she has an army of people, just like an army of Irish people, just like takes over all of America, kills the entire government. And so Thomas Edison decides to take it upon himself to become the president king of America, to defend its honor and take it back. And he chooses this form because it represents like great strength and pride.
Mr. Edison, please, sir. Why is he such a buff cat? Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I'm not sure if they really go into detail of it, but yeah, you see equally strange characters like this.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. Oh yes.
I'm here for buff cat daddy Thomas Edison.
So yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me. I'm going to read fan fiction about Thomas Edison now.
So the best thing about this game is it has a huge cast, because in the original story they just have one of every class. You never really, so when for the longest time you had nothing other than Fate Stay Night. And I remember thinking, well, if they could just keep making these forever, if they just change the cast over and over and over, just follow the rules. If this person uses a sword, they're a saber, and yada yada yada. And that was, I think, if I remember reading it right, it started in 2004, and now we're in 2022. So they have several people that you can just like have in the game now. Like we have all of this.
Wow, that's a lot of characters.
And what they like to do is they just like to shuffle everybody over and over. Just like, okay, well, what would happen if this person meets this person? And so I showed you Thomas Edison. You could also get Nikolai Tesla.
Oh, really? Hold up, what is Tesla?
I unfortunately never got him.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Because he's super limited. But anytime they meet, they get into an argument about what kind of electricity is better, and it usually devolves into a fist fight.
Oh no!
It's
I
pretty
saw you
funny.
throw something at me. How dare you? So mean. Is it because I was simping over Thomas Edison?
Is that a sentence you ever thought you'd say?
I know, right? Not a sentence I ever expected to say. Gonna tweet. I've been thrown. Things have been thrown at me. I'm sorry. How dare you? Listen, I'm allowed to simp over Thomas Edison if I want to. It's my show.
All right, but I could show you a little bit of the game real quick.
Yeah. I'd love to see that.
Unfortunately, I'm completely caught up in the story, but I know I can find like some things I could do. Like gotcha. So there's like daily quests, places where you can just like grind for materials and whatnot. I could show you how the classes work. So this is what I meant by like a little bit less than rock paper scissors, but closer to Pokemon. every class has a strength and a weakness to somebody. Before it got to like this point, all you had to worry about was like the top half of the screen, but
Okay.
minus this window. But then they started added like different classes, and so it's like this screen has just slowly gotten bigger and bigger. So now it's just like, okay, well, you can't just go in with willy nilly and do whatever. Yeah, you got to worry about they have this. So like for example, we're fighting lancers and we're fighting assassins. So I need a team with sabers and casters because that's how the skill tree works. It's like
Okay.
you know what? It's more like Fire Emblem. That's what it is.
Okay, I've actually never played Fire Emblem. Give me one moment. I did hydrate Hezzy. I did it, okay? I drank some water. Are you happy? Is that what you wanted?
I'll hydrate.
You wanted me to drink water because I'm thirsty over Thomas Edison. Speaking of Pokemon, on a random tangent, are you excited for the new Pokemon games coming out?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Which one are you getting? Or are you getting both?
I'm gonna get Scarlet.
Scarlet? Yes!
Yeah.
Scarlet Superiority.
Yes.
All of my friends are getting Violet, which is great because I want some Pokemon from Violet, but also, like, come on. Who doesn't love, first off, who doesn't love Barbarian Mommy? And who doesn't love Red Dragon?
Yes. Oh man, I cannot wait. I've been thinking for the past like 3 days which starter am I gonna get, and
That's
I still don't
so
have an answer.
I think I personally am going to start with Weed Cat, but I don't know if I'll be keeping it. I've heard some horror stories. I haven't spoiled myself or anything, but I've heard some horror stories about what we might be getting with the evolutions.
Oh really?
Yeah, I hope it's just stories though.
I'm trying to go in as blind as possible, only because I remember when Sword and Shield came out, I was having a ball just going every other sentence going, what the heck is that? I've never seen this before. And so I wanted to stream it, but I couldn't. But now I have the tools and the means to do so.
Ooh,
So
very nice.
I'm super excited. But let's do this real quick before the date changes, because well, not the date, but the time, because at 5 o'clock these go away. So
Okie dokie.
and okay, so let's so yeah, you know the gacha games that lets you like have like a backup, and it was like, oh well, these are other people who play the game. Yeah, so that's what this is. And do I have a team already set up?
Give me one moment. Hello, Fluff Wolf. It's so great to see you. The show's going really great. We're having a great time. I got
Hello.
to simp over Thomas Edison. Say hello. Yes, this is our lovely guest, Nail. Oh, that reminds me. I totally forgot to put up your little guest name so that people actually know who you are. I literally have a reminder set up to change this every time, and I always forget it.
I'm gonna have to set it up. I wonder if I can set this up in 2 minutes. You know what? Let's party. Let's just try it. So let's see. So I need a saber. Well, I got a saber, but let's put in. Oh, I need a caster. Caster.
While you are doing that, I will actually switch over my guest command as well to have the correct name.
Okay. Another one